Okay, now we're back. I forgot to push... Don't worry, you literally only messed long enough for me to realize we weren't recording, so you missed nothing. Oh yeah, we were talking about how everything is Magnus's fault. So, Magnus makes a demon bargain to get a magical telephone that blows up humanity's best chance at freedom from the warp. The warp being the awful hellish dimension that humanity is pretty much forced to rely on for rapid travel. Pretty much at the cost of safety, good sense, and in some cases your very literal soul. So, the Emperor, as any father would, asked his son, "Please bring your wayward son to me," he says to Lehman.
I need to talk to him.
"We must have words about the thing I told him not to do, but he did anyway."
He is super grounded.
Yeah. Okay, we've got to beat that monkey there, by the way.
That monkey?
Yeah, he did it. So, let me get that microphone. Ow. That works. So, Lehman Russ is now dispatched to go bring Magnus home for a chat. With him is sent the Sisters of Silence, who are a sort of subhuman race called Nulls, whose entire deal...
They stop psychic powers from...
They are, yeah, they are anti-psychers. They are... So being a null has some disadvantages, such as the fact that you sort of have a form of turbo-super autism that makes basic humans unwilling to even permit your existence. Because holy fuck, something is very clearly wrong with you.
Yeah, everyone's minorly... Like, it's sort of like the Uncanny Valley from my understanding.
Yeah.
Where everyone is actually very minorly psychic, and they can sense that something is slightly off about you and are just super uncomfortable being around you.
It should be noted that nulls in the setting of 40k are very literally missing their soul. Like, that is not a hyperbole or a simile. They actually lack the soul. Okay, so this is my favorite reoccurring Kirby boss, Kracko!
Yeah, in old canon, weren't nulls like pariahs?
Yes, pariahs, people who had the null gene were turned into pariahs. And so, this form of soulless wrongness, like, makes nulls just painfully uncomfortable to be around. To the point where any sensible being would actually be in physical pain to be around them. I'm sure you've dealt with such a person in real life.
Yep.
Anyway.
I used to work at EB Games. I dealt with that person all the damn time.
So. The,
Oh, I can't freeze that.
Well, I mean, it's an attack, right?
Yeah, but it's water. And I'm Iceman.
The entire... It's an attack. What do you want to say? So. Oh, good powers. So, he is sent with the Sisters of Silence and the Custodes, who are the Emperor's personal bodyguards slash best buddies, who are also, like, a cut above every other warriors in the Imperium, except for the Primarchs. However, the Custodes General, Vexus? Ventress? Yeah.
If you
know if the Emperor had a speech text. Yes. He is actually Primarch level. And in fact, is capable of...
It's Captain General, by the way, that's
yes.
the rank.
The rank of Captain General of the Custodians. He is capable of one-on-one 90% of the Primarchs.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to. He is, by and large, one of the people who would understand the Emperor the best. And this is important, because shortly after leaving, they receive new orders from the Emperor's War Master, Horus, who, as you know by the name Horus Heresy, was not on the level. These new orders said, "Hey, yeah, forget that whole bring 'em alive thing.
Kill him.
Dad says kill him.
And all his men.
And all his men." And of course, nobody questioned this, because why would Russ? His boss gave him an order, and then his manager said that order has changed. Why would he have any reason to question that? Now, the person who should have had reason to question that was the dude who outranked Horus.
The Captain General guy.
The Captain General. Who decided, yeah, okay. And went along with it. And so, the burning of Prospero happens. This is typically considered one of the Warhammer world's
Greatest injustices.
Biggest tragedies, and general moment of Caster v Marshall, and Marshall won hard. Oh yeah, if you let those comments hit, cool stuff that sometimes happens. Sometimes nothing happens. So yeah, the Space Wolves and
Fighter beats Mage.
In this particular case. So the Thousand Suns and the Space Wolves do fight. The Space Wolves, of course, have the huge advantage of having literal anti-psychic power buddies who pretty much stop Magnus's weirdest bullshit from happening on an army-wide scale. Oh, that puzzle piece can be destroyed. Good to know for future reference. What did you just do?
I ate a rock.
Fair enough. Look out! So, the Space Wolves attack the Thousand Suns. The battle is back and forth for a while, but Magnus sort of doesn't want to fight because he's more just kind of whiny and confused about why would this happen. Magnus is literally left incapable of understanding where everything has gone wrong.
Oh shit, we need a rock.
Okay, hold on. And a sweep?
Well, there's a sweeper here.
Okay.
I'm tired of being ice, dude, so make me rock.
Oops, just jump into it.
And we already have ice on both Yo-Yo and Dashy Man, so
Which reminds me, we'll replace Yo-Yo with...
Let's replace Yo-Yo with Sweepy.
Yep. There you go. Do the thing.
Come on, Bonkers.
Or you can do it, actually. Okay, sure. Late to the party, but this is fine. You guys know what to do.
Yay!
Yeah. There we go. See ya. So, Space Wolves attack. Goes kind of back and forth. Magnus sort of doesn't want to fight because he's more just confused. Why would this happen? I
did nothing wrong.
I don't understand. Shit. And he only eventually relents when the Space Wolves realize that all Magnus is going to do is protect his legion under a psychic bubble. So the Space Wolves begin the only thing that'll get him out of that bubble.
Shipping out the nulls?
Well, they already tried that. No, bombing the civilian center.
Oh. Which is strange, because the Space Wolves later became that one chapter that doesn't like to kill civilians.
Well, Lehman Russ was a by any means necessary guy. It should also be noted that the planet, and its citizens were condemned from the beginning. It was just a case of the priorities had shifted since Magnus was not being cooperative.
Sweep me.
This works too.
Ice rocks.
Curling. Okay, you know what? That's fine.
Well, either way, we get to the spot.
I mean, the planet's citizens were condemned anyway because the planet was a giant college teaching the thing the Emperor expressly said stop teaching everybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd do it.
They were condemned from the beginning. Just the target priority had changed. Because Magnus was not fighting good. So Magnus and Russ eventually fight. The fight lasts days, according to legend, and culminates in Russ picking Magnus up and snapping his back over his knee. It should be noted, however, that is from the days of old canon, which means it's entirely possible
Bonkers,
for at least
hit me.
a lot of. No, you have to be in rock form, remember?
I tried that. He's not doing it.
Oh, he'll only do it, he'll only sometimes do it. He'll do it specifically if there's a puzzle to solve. Yeah.
Fucking bonkers. Can't fucking do contextual clues. It's a contextual button prompt. That
It responds to context.
Oh, whoops.
This is fine. You've got a good moveset. Plus, if ever you push up, you can turn things into food.
True. I am the health
Context
bringer.
sensitive. Responds to context. Yeah.
Fuck, remember when
so-
Rare was good?
Yeah, well, then they got bought by Microsoft and sold their soul.
And then they released Sea of Thieves and they're decent again now, apparently.
The only funny part about Sea of Thieves is we have an acquaintance who really wants people to play with him and nobody will. And it's kind of funny to me because he's just like, hey guys, come on, let's play Sea of Thieves. And everyone's like, no.
Apparently it's very, very good if you ignore its complete lack of long-term goals.
It's very good if you ignore the bad parts, says fan.
Well, I mean, that's true of a lot of games I enjoy, so, like...
Yeah, I mean, we enjoy Dwarf Fortress.
I legitimately cannot get into Dwarf Fortress. It is too dense even for me.
I mostly just we enjoy the idea of Dwarf Fortress.
I love the stories that come out of it, much like with EVE Online.
I was part of that one of the giant wars back because I was trying, and I'm like, let's see what happens. And I was just a small-time fucking scrapper. And then some dude was just like, hey, the war's going down. I'm like, well, it's hard to miss. And he was like, I'll pay you a fuckload of money if you just bring me salvage out of that battle. And thus began my illustrious career of being a corpse picker.
Well, I think most new people do that in a lot of video games.
Yeah, but it became much more,
Lucrative?
lucrative and risky when you're doing it in the middle of an ongoing war.
Yeah. I remember doing that in the cow level in Diablo 2.
I still maintain that I... Ooh. Well, that's lovely. I don't think we got that last time.
I don't think so either.
So,
Actually, one time in Diablo 2, I pissed someone off royally, but all the other people in the group loved it. There was a thing with the cow level, where you could keep creating cow levels so long as no one killed the Cow King, so it was generally good manners not to do that.
Right.
Anyway, I was a level 1, dicking around in the cow level, picking up all the scraps that aren't worth shit to the people who actually play the cow level.
Right.
Because that's just sort of what you do. There's always one person doing that. That's how you get, like, decent gems and runes and shit for new characters.
Right.
Anyway, someone was having a big discussion about how they were going to kill the Cow King, and, like, the host was super, super pissed about it, and everyone else was like, oh, we're going to do it anyway, fuck you.
Yeah.
And then the host is like, fuck it, if anyone tries, I'll fucking PvP you. And someone's like, well, what if the level 1 does it? And he's like, fine, I won't stop the level 1 if they want to fight the Cow King or whatever. So what happens is everyone finds me a bajillion fucking stamina potions, a bow and arrow, or a decent bow that I can still use at low level, and an infinite supply of arrows. And I proceed to kite the thing for almost an hour before finally killing it, and everyone showers me in items. By this point, the host had actually left. So he didn't know he'd lost the ability to summon new cow portals. It was great. It was great. It was the dumbest thing I've ever done.
I'm assuming you exploded in experience for that.
No, actually, you get almost no experience if you kill something that's too high above your level.
Really?
Yeah, it's to stop you specifically from joining a game that's, like, way higher level than you, and just...
Yeah, I need you to go on bodyguard duty while I get the key. Somebody get the key!
I have it.
Okay, good.
It's to stop you specifically from doing what I just did, and just
Okay, you know
exploding
what?
up to
That's
max
fair.
level.
I can understand that. Alright, we'll see you next time, folks.
I gained, like, a level.